everyone's looking for the young guy. They're looking for McVay. I think take a shot out Todd Bowles, get him a second shot at head coach, and see if he can do it.
I don't think they will. If they don't have Anthony Davis, I'm saying it right now. If Anthony Davis is out for the playoffs, they don't make it out of the first round.
It's crazy. And our kids will know how great Tom Brady is because he's going to be playing.
Yes, it is 15.0%.
That's what the Yankees brought Garrett Cole to do.
He was a 6th-round pick. This is a fairy tale story that's being written in front of our eyes.
People like to call them their JV team, and they just stole one of their better players.
They didn't struggle against the Padres. The Padres didn't really put up a fight in most of the games.
Jerry Jones, hope you're listening.
Hi, I'm Landon Bowe, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NHL Opinions of the Week. I'm Kevin. I'm joined by the man. Did you see this trade coming, Austin?
No, but it doesn't shock me. The Panthers could use another defender, and Seth Jones has been elite before in his career. And the question of this video, does it make them the favorite in your eyes to go back-to-back?
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, kind of looking at that. How are they in the standings?
Right now, they're currently tied with
Maple Leafs.
the Maple Leafs in their division. And then there's two higher teams in the entirety of the NHL. One is in their side, Capitals, and one on the other side, the Winnipeg Jets. I remember us doing a Winnipeg Jets Capitals video. Do you remember that at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that when you said Capitals are one.
Yeah, because we were talking about how if they could keep it up, both of these teams, and they have to this point in the year. I think they played, they played 61 games. Panthers played 62. It's about 61, 60, 62. But I don't know if it really makes them the favorite in my eyes just yet, but I've been thoroughly impressed with how the Panthers have played, and now they get Seth Jones. He's played one game with the team. That one game was a win. They beat Tampa. They're cross-state rivals, but what are your thoughts on this trade, Kevin?
Yeah, so this was a trade. There was a lot of writers for the Dallas Stars talking about Seth Jones, and the big deal was his contract, and it's a long-term contract. He's getting paid $9.5 million, and before I wanted to make sure I got it, the Chicago is retaining 26.3%, $2.5 million of his contract. So that, to me, kind of shows I'm surprised the Panthers had enough wiggle room to do that with the money. But I think there is upside, and I also think they still have their defensemen from last year when they won the cup, right? Like Ekholm.
I believe so. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
They had the majority of the guys. I know that I'm just trying to figure out what they have. They don't have Ekholm. They have Ekblad. They have Gustav Forsling. They have a good bit of the guys they had last year.
And so I think Seth Jones, I think there is, I know he didn't play amazing with Chicago, but I think that's also just because Chicago's struggling. So I do like this for them. I'm just surprised they were able to do it. And they're kind of set with their goalie situation right now, so this can be a win now move. Because I remember Spencer Knight with the Panthers when he was on that run. Maybe it was just a few games. Do you remember that a few years ago?
Yeah.
And Spencer Knight, and then it makes sense that a first-round pick was the cost, including a young goaltender like Spencer Knight. It does say conditional, so I'm wondering if that's based on if they...
It's probably not win the cup. It's probably like make the cup or make the conference finals. That's usually what it is.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out. Man. It's not telling me. I'm assuming it is. I'm assuming if they make the cup. But I like this for the Panthers, and it just helps them on the defensive end, because I do think a top-end defenseman like Seth Jones is kind of hard to come by in the market. The thing that lowered him to me was his contract.
Yeah. And I think it would probably have been a second or third round value if the Blackhawks didn't end up keeping some of the contracts. So I said they probably asked, hey, how much will we need to keep of his contract for us to get a little bit more? And it probably helps a lot with the cap. The cap in the NHL has been a little bit wary for a lot of teams, and I'm sure that had a big impact on it. But I would say that the reason why it was more for the Blackhawks is they also decided to keep some of the contracts. So I think this is fine for both teams. The Blackhawks are obviously still in a rebuilding stage in their time, and obviously this is the best part of the Panthers' existence right now. So I think that it's going to take some time to see if Seth Jones could return to his prime Columbus Blue Jacket level. Then I think that the Panthers could really have got something good here. And if he struggles or deals with injuries or missing time, then the Blackhawks got a first-round pick out of it, and so that's worth it.
Yeah, so apparently the condition is actually if that 2026 pick isn't with Florida. This is from a Pierre LeBaron tweet. If it's not with Florida, then it's just a 2027 first round pick. So it's a first.
What do you mean if
pick.
it's not with Florida?
I don't know. Like the thing
Is Seth Jones is not with Florida?
No, I think the first round pick. I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know, unless it's in another conditional. Oh my gosh, where is this? But kind of talking about it makes sense for Chicago because Seth Jones was very critical of Chicago. He's like, this team isn't changing, so it makes sense for them to kind of get that player out of their locker room as they're young. But yeah, no, this is not helping me. So they for sure get a first round pick for it.
We'll just see which draft it ends up being in.
Yeah, and so we'll have to see as we find that out. But yeah, I wasn't expecting him to get traded just because of his contract, but it makes sense for both teams, and we'll just have to see what comes up of that first round pick depending on the year. That is all I have. I'll let you close this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know what you guys think about this trade. How do you feel about Seth Jones with Florida? Or does it make them the top contender, or is it still some other team in your mind? Thank you.